Hi friends, this is a Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. It's story time. I've got a funny story, but first I have to tell you something that happened. So those of you who don't know my hair thing, there's a video below that explains that. Okay, that'll be the last time I say that. So what happened the day I got my hair done, I took a good fall and I broke my humerus. So I've been having to wear this sling. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't wear it a lot because it was just way too heavy on my neck. And I kept it so I couldn't move it. I mean, I could not. I could move my arm, my wrist, but that's it. So it wasn't going to go anywhere. Anyway, so that happened, and I did this for my sister. So my sister asked to see me. I went to California, left on Sunday, came back Monday. It was a one-day trip. My only purpose was to go see her, touch her, hug her, love her, sister stuff. We had a visit for 4 or 5 hours. It was fantastic. Her energy level was higher than it usually is because she had already finished and is now in a recovering stage of her last chemo. And while there, she did tell me that she didn't want to do chemo anymore. Your call, whatever you want. So we got a picture. Oh, let me show you this picture. It's so cute. Aww. Do you love her? She's so cute. And she's telling me, she goes, if you looked in the picture, you can see that there's 2 sizes, heads. She's got a little peanut and I got a big nugget. So she goes, oh, here's some wigs. Take them. I'm going, oh no, I do not need wigs. My hair grows freakishly fast. This is very temporary. So she goes, I think you look good in them. Knowing darn well I would not. So I put them on. Whatever it would take to make her smile, right? I could not wear wigs to save me. Like I said, her head is so much smaller. So I put it on. I'll show you. I'm going to show you. But her wig didn't even come past my ear. And it covered hers completely. It fit her perfectly. She looks fantastic in it. Me, not so much. Take a look. Okay. So I get back from the visit and I leave her on Sunday and I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll go see my sisters while I'm here and my brother. And I just let me just go to the hotel and just crash and leave first thing in the morning. Good thing, because when I get back, my sister told me that she had COVID. So, but since now, as today, she's recovered and she's feeling better than she has felt in a long time. Go figure. Thank you, God. But in the meantime, because I came in contact with her, I've been isolated and I've been quarantining myself in my room for 2 weeks. And tomorrow is my victory day. Tomorrow is my freedom day. I can't wait. I miss my kitchen. True story. I do. So I have been in my room, which when I first looked at the house, this was one of the bigger rooms in the house. Now it kind of shrank. It's like about a 3 foot by 3 foot room. I have since organized my closet. Everything's color coordinated. My jewelry's color coordinated, and I can't access my arm, so I couldn't rearrange the room like I'd want to. But yeah, so this has been a tough 2 weeks. There are 37 screws in my ceiling holding up the ceiling fan and the vent and the smoke alarm. I'm ready to get out. Now, all that said, this is why I was kind of away. And that has nothing to do with the story time. Okay, that's said and done. That's just what's been going on with me. Now, story time. This is probably one of the funniest things that has ever happened to me. This was 16 years ago, and I know it because it was in August. August is my niece's birthday. At the time, my daughter was working at Disneyland, and she was pregnant. Her daughter was born in October, so she was really pregnant. And we could go in and out often under her, she'd sign us in and we'd just go in for lunch or just walk around or just go have an eye, just to get out, because we could. So we did. Well, this particular time, she invited my youngest sister and her daughter at the time was 7 or 8, to go to Disneyland, just the girls, knowing very well that we weren't going to stay long, but that my sister and my niece would enjoy the entire day with themselves. So we join up at Disneyland and we walk in and everyone's just, it's Disneyland. I don't care. You can't help but just be caught up in the magic of it. So first things first, I got to run to the restroom. So I run to the restroom. I come out and I said, all right, we're ready. Hold on, I need to adjust. I come back and I see my daughter and my sister a few feet away. My niece comes running to me and I'm saying, oh, children, I love kids. Especially this one. This one, she was a heart thief, booger that she was. She goes, Dad, we're going to be in a parade. I said, yeah, we'll watch the parade. She goes, no, we're going to be in it. And I'm going, all right, who told this child to lie? You and I are going to have a talk. Don't be lying to this girl, okay? And so by this time I look up and I see my daughter and my sister nestled together, kind of smirking and chuckling, and I'm going, come on, let's go. So we get together, and my sister says, Sarah, did you tell her? Yeah, I told her we're going to be in a parade. I said, why would they tell her something like that? You guys correct it. And they said, no, you're going to be in a parade. I said, wait, what happened? Wait, the words are kind of like not going in right. So I said, well, let's go down to the city hall at Disneyland. They have a city hall, which is kind of like the help center, information center. Okay, so let's go there and let them tell her that it's not going to happen. I don't want to be the bad guy. So we get there, and she runs up there. Because she's 7. And she runs up there, and by the time I get there, she goes, oh, yeah, hi, Sarah. I'm going, you're not supposed to know her name. I know Disneyland's magic, but no. So we're looking around, and mostly I am in disbelief. And they said, just go behind Mr. Lincoln's building. Mr. Lincoln. Mr. Lincoln. And they'll take you to the back. And I'm just listening. I'm going, what words am I hearing? And my sister and my daughter are sitting there chuckling. And I'm going, I am so screwed. I don't know what I'm hearing, but I know I am so screwed. So I turned back around. I said, what happened? Well, there was a guy who came back and asked if Sarah wanted to be in a parade. I'm going, well, that was just stupid. So they are taking me back to the back set of Mr. Lincoln. And off to the side is a big gate that opens up, and then you're now backstage. And waiting for us was a double-decker bus. And so I'm kind of just being led by this 7-year-old in complete disbelief myself. Looking over, and I see my sister and my daughter huddling together, laughing. Still zombie face, So we get to the bus. They tell us, okay, go ahead and climb up, and we'll take you to the back of the beginning of the parade. Keep in mind, it's August. August in California is one of the hottest times of the year. I've never done this. I've always had a wool cap of hair. My hair is so thick. It feels like I'm wearing a wool cap in summer. Okay? And it was a hot day. And in the morning when we got dressed, it was a little overcast. I know, I should know better. But it's like, I'll go cute instead of comfortable. Because I wasn't planning on spending the entire day there. So I had on a little a turtleneck and then a Pendleton over that, and shoes that are not really walking shoes. Again, the plan was not to stay all day, just to kind of usher them in and maybe have lunch and then go home. I could do this in this weather. Okay. So we're now being pulled up to the top of the double-decker bus, and now it's getting hot already. I'm thinking I wore the wrong things. Even to just casually tour Disneyland, I wore the wrong things. So we're up there, and my vision of what the top of the double-decker bus looks like. So all the girls, there were a bunch of little girls with their knees on the seat and their heads over the side to wave and waving. They're waving at the people who work there. And they're happy and they're giddy. And then to the right I was the only woman. To the right were all the dads sitting there in disbelief. I looked over and I said, yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm with you. My daughter was pregnant. She couldn't join. My sister had horrible knees. I mean, she can't, she was in a lot of sports, so her knees are shot. So she could not do anything like this. So it was me. And I'm thinking, yeah, but I'm old. Can't I just count that? So I'm looking at all the dads, and we're looking at each other, and it's just like, they go, how'd you get in this? I said, I went pee. It started because of that. So away we go. And we're going down Main Street. These girls are in hog heaven, waving and hi, we're princesses. You know, it's like, none of us knew what we got into. So we're going down the path. This is the path, the parade route. Check it out. So we started at the very, very bottom and made it all the way to the backstage where It's a Small World is, you know. And then again, the gates opened up and a whole other side of Disneyland happened. So we get down and they're just loving. I mean, that could have done it for me. Can we just leave it at that? No. So we get down and it's just chaos. All these characters and Mickey and Minnie and all the characters are back there that are in the parade. And so they said, okay, follow us. There was a director. We were just following, you know. These girls were just flopping around, and we were just trying to say, you guys, don't go crazy. Don't go too far away. So they pair us next to a character. I think Sarah had Winnie the Pooh. I had Chip or Dale. It really could not matter. And then every person got their match. Sorry, I can't raise my arm just yet. Every person was matched with their character. And I said, all right, let's just get this over with. They said, okay, and here's your costumes. I'm going, costumes? I don't have costumes. So they come out and they give us a crown. I say, all right, I'll wear a crown. They give us this cape, and we'll wear a cape and a flower necklace kind of thing. All right. And then they give us a tutu. I'm going, really? And I'm wearing jeans and boots that are not meant for this. And here I am in my crown and my flowered necklace and my cape and my freaking tutu. And I said, well, that's it. It can't possibly get worse. Okay, you guys, line up. We're going to show you the routine. Routine? There's no routine. You can't just show us the routine and expect us to get it. Okay, let's learn the routine. And the routine was this. I would get up and show you, but I can't, so I'm not. But use your imagination. You've seen Disneyland parades and how wide and bubbly and perky and alive they are, you know. So it went something like this. There's no way I'm going to know for sure, but I do know how insane it was. So it's a do-si-do with your partner, and you're going to take like 5 do-si-dos up and do-si-do back, and then you're going to swing the other way, you know, like, so you're making like a cross do-si-do. And then we spin around, and then we hook on to another character and do the same thing and come back. So that was a double do-si-do. And in this process, we had taken 15 steps forward and about 12 steps backwards. So originally, realistically, we only took 3 steps. We've only moved 3 steps forward. So it's boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop, around, 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 and then again and again and again and again, and then back and forth, and then start over. And we're only starting the routine again 3 feet from where we were. So this whole parade was just like this, and we were only, it was back and forth. The routine alone just had me oozing. I'm going, this can't be right. Where's the float? Let me just get on there and wave. So that's it. The kids, the girls, forget it. They were untouchable. I don't think Sarah went to look for me one time in that entire parade route. So we're off. Okay, everybody, happy smiles, big bright eyes, and let's go. I'm going, yeah. And I'm looking at the other fathers, and they're right with me, you know. So we're off. This was an insane workout. This is not set up for big girls. I'm just going to say that right now. And in my mind, I'm going, oh my God, who does this? How do they? Kudos to every person who does a Disneyland parade on a regular, okay? That's not my world. So I'm in my own little world doing, I don't even know if I've got the steps right. I'm just thinking, Lord, help me not fall and have someone trip over me. I think that was my MO. And so we're going, and we're going, and we're inching and inching and inching, and I'm cursing everything in my mind that I can think of. That tree, that flower, my tutu, my sister. And we're not even down Main Street yet, and I'm done. I'm ditching this spot. I don't care. I'm ditching. But all I need is a gap that wide, and I will jump over people to get out of this line. So I'm looking. That's my only goal right now. I'm looking for that little bit of a gap. My leg will go through. The rest of me will follow. I'll hit someone with my butt. Sorry, but I'm out of here. Escape was the only thing on my mind in that wonderful, happy parade of hell. So we go, and I'm just, Chip would hook me around because apparently I forgot the do-si freaking do, and then I'd get caught up into it. But in the meantime, I'm really kind of like stretching out to see a path, to see where I can see that little gap, just that little gap. This picture here shows exactly how packed the parades get. There was no gap. There was no gap. 3 or 4 people in, and then those standing. There was no freaking gap. I know I was in tears because I felt something hot running down my face, but it could have very well been a pound of sweat. I'm telling you, this was torture. My feet were burning, throbbing. I could not get enough air. I mean, it was terrible. It was the most miserable thing I can remember. So we finally hook around to finally get onto Main Street. We're not done. We still have to go back to where they dropped us, where they picked us up, And I'm still all the way at the far right of the parade route on the street. You know what I'm saying, right? I'm at the far route, and I'm still stretching to see where I can get out. And as we're about halfway through, and I stretch way over at the final end, I see my sister stretching to look for us. If you know my sister, you know that her laugh has a decimal reading of ouch. And over the noise of the Disneyland parade and the music and the speakers, I hear my sister screaming, laughing. I'm going to kill this chick. So we're getting closer and closer. The laughter is getting louder and louder. I cut myself. And that's what's guiding me, because the louder that gets, the closer I am to ditching this joint. And all the kids are waving, which is killing me, because then I turn on my happy face and, "Hi guys, hi, how are you?" Hi. You know, they don't see that part. I'm nice with kids, and some of the parents were laughing, and because they get it. So we're almost at the end. We still have to go around that great big old Christmas tree, that right in the center of town, in the very beginning of the park. There's that little park. We still have to go all the way around that and then ditch back in. In the meantime, I see my sister and my daughter busting up, and I am just letting them know this is not going to end well. So we get back to where we started. I don't know what part of the parade we were on. I couldn't tell you if we were the beginning or the very end, though why would they put this hot mess in the beginning? I just know that once we got there and they closed the door, I ripped the stuff off, and I had to step away from crowds just to inhale fresh air. That's a lot of people in that short. It was hot. It was like a sweat dome. So I lost Sarah. I couldn't tell you what happened to Sarah. We eventually hooked up somehow. But self-preservation was definitely right in my forefront. So when they get us down, they give us a special pin that you only get if you're in a parade. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay, but water. Give me water. Because through the whole parade, dried my throat out so much. My sister and my daughter and my niece and I, we meet up again. And my sister is laughing to tears until she sees my face, blood red, sweating, drenched, miserable. And she looked at me, she goes, oh my God, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm going, I hate you. I know where you live. Okay. And again, all I said is, water. I need water. It was very similar to that. So we walk over to Carnation something, and I literally chug a bottle of water like I will never see water again. And I sit down. My feet were throbbing to where I couldn't walk. You guys go to Disneyland, because right now I need my feet to recover. Now, this is all said and done, and I go, well, Sarah, how did you like it? Yeah, it was fun. You're going to need to give me a little bit more than that. Milk it. I don't come up with something. I said, Mona, you get over there and you feed her something, because yeah, it was fun. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So you think that's it, right? So my sister felt so bad for me. As she should. Light day at Disneyland. So okay, so you think that's it? That's the end of the story, right? Because that was the end of the day. I clearly was not going to walk any further than I had to get to my car. A couple of days later, my feet were still hurting. My feet were in pain. I mean, I could feel my heartbeat through my feet. And so I went to go get a pedicure. I very much needed pedicure, because when I got dressed, if you're going to do a lot of walking, you clip your toenails, or if you're going to do something super active, you wear good socks. You prepare your feet. I did not prepare my feet for this, and so my feet were paying for all of it. I go and I soak my feet. That feels wonderful. They go and they take off the polish, and this part's gross, but off came 2 toenails because I didn't clip my toenails before this event, and so the pounding, they came off on one foot, my big toe on each foot. And poor girl, I felt bad for her because she freaked the heck out. I freaked out too, but it wasn't in my hand, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's okay. I'll come back another time, but lost a freaking toenail because of all that. The happiest place on earth, they say. It is when you're not forced into a freaking parade. Yep. That was my Disneyland parade career. Still one of the funniest freaking things that ever happened to me. Now I can laugh. So when I love hard, and there's never a limit to what I'll do for someone I love. So Sarah, I love you. Okay, guys, that was it. I've been wanting to tell you this story for the longest time, not for any other reason, just I personally think it's freaking hilarious, the stuff I get into. Needless to say, I'm always a little skeptical to go to the restroom at Disneyland. Okay, my friends, that's it. Until next time, have a great day.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.